Hey, Rockheads, Cedar Smash checking in live. Carnival of Madness 2013. We got an incredible lineup today. I saved the best interview for last. You like that? Butter and yep. We got Barry, of course, from Shinedown. What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
Well, you kept me waiting. Running a little bit late.
Well, I had
your
to
fans
hang
are
out with the
important.
fans.
I know.
They're kind of important, kind of a big deal.
A little bit, yeah. So, congratulations, of course, Amaryllis. I mean, it's been out. Is it a year now? Has it been a year?
A little over a year, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have just been touring like crazy.
Yeah, we don't stop.
I know, but you guys are like a touring band anyway. Is that like one of your favorite things to do?
Yeah, we love to, and I think most rock bands have to be touring bands nowadays because you know nobody's selling records anymore. So you got to get out there and pay your bills by being on the road
and pushing that merchandise, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Please buy T-shirts, everybody. Please.
Oh my goodness! So we'll talk about the album in a minute, but I want to talk to you about a couple of different things because you guys have. I haven't talked to you since the whole like health nut thing that you guys. Well, you've always been healthy. I know you're kind of like, and I don't want to call you the grandfather of the band, but you said it yourself one time when we were talking that you are like the grandfather and you kind of take care of it. You're the responsible one, which is almost scary.
I know. You should be scared. Now, I've always been that way. I'm a caring person. I get it from my mom. Just always worried about everybody around me, the band and crew. But as far as us getting healthy, it really, Brent finally woke up one morning and decided he didn't want to be an addict anymore. And he quit.
Just like that.
Just like that. He's got that mentality. You know, he's an addict no matter what he does. So now he's addicted to working out and being healthy, which is great. And it makes it a lot easier for me, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. Because through the 10, 11 years that we've been together, we've seen a lot. I've seen a lot.
I have to tell you, I woke up one random night in the middle of the night because I have trouble sleeping, and I'm flipping through the channels, and I thought I was seeing things. I was like, is that Brent on Insanity? And I was like, no effing way, it is. Oh my God. Like, you know how weird it is to wake up in the middle of the night and see him on an Insanity video doing that?
It's strange. It's strange. We still do it every show day. We do Insanity.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Does it get old? Have you guys hit that plateau yet? Because I work out a lot too, and I'm always trying to find different things to do. So the video is just the same all the time. Do you guys get bored?
Well, there's so many of them. We just switch it up every day.
I've never done Insanity. You want to know why? It looks too hard. It looks
miserable.
Like I would have a heart attack.
It's miserable, but it's worth doing, and we've gone through it, I don't even know how many times now, but it's still fun. You know, we know the moves, and you just try to improve on it every time, and it never gets any easier. It's still hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like cardio, so I think I would hate Insanity.
You probably will.
Maybe I should
There's
try
a lot
it.
of cardio.
What is your favorite Insanity move? Do you have one?
I don't have a favorite. I hate them all because it's painful.
I hate everything.
But Sean T's so motivated. You know, they're not silly, which is nice. You know, they're not. A lot of those workout videos are just silly, and you get frustrated with it because they're just corny. It's not. You know, and you see these professional athletes, all of them on there, and people that have done the program, and they're falling out like flies halfway through the video and coming back in. You're like, okay, it's really difficult, but it's fun. Yeah.
So when is Shinedown going to make their own fitness video?
I don't think we'll ever do that.
Oh, come on, that would be awesome.
That.
Come on. You guys could do it like old school. You could wear like those old track shorts and the socks that come up to the knee.
I'll get my Richard Simmons outfit on.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
And do it to like, a Shinedown album. You can just mix and, pick and choose from different albums.
No, nobody needs to see us sweating the way we sweat.
Do you guys do a regular schedule thing? I was talking to John from Skillet earlier, and we were talking about fitness and stuff, and he was like, man, I'm boring. I stick to the same exact schedule every day. I get up, I eat my breakfast, I do my exercises. Do you guys kind of do the same thing?
Yeah, we kind of joke, and it's been a long-running joke that it's Groundhog Day out here. Every day is exactly the same, and you wake up and you're like, okay, what city am I in? And that's it.
Well, you
Everything else
have
is the
to
same.
do that.
You have to get a routine.
Yeah.
It's just like going to a 9-to-5 job. You have to have a routine, and it really helps your headspace for the show. Because if you switch it up every day, and if you're all over the place, you just lose track.
Well, speaking of the show, and not that before Brent got clean and you guys got mega healthy that it was ever a bad show.
Right.
But you can tell the energy is totally different now. And I'm sure that collectively, as a group, that it's just things are a lot better and a lot smoother and just a lot happier, I guess.
Yeah. And you can see it on stage.
Yeah,
we're actually smiling and having a
absolutely.
good time, where it used to be we'd go on stage, we'd be angry at him, or somebody would be angry at another person just because of all the drama within the band. So now to be happy, healthy, and getting along and enjoying each other's company, you can see it on stage.
Absolutely. I saw it. I saw you guys at the House Blues not too long ago. And I wasn't with him, but I was with one of my friends, and I said, man, you could just tell the dynamics of the whole, everything is just different. It's just, it shows.
Yeah, I actually feel like we're starting over. I think it's day one, finally, again,
Well, speaking of which, too, because Amaryllis is kind of a... Sound of Madness was incredible. Great album. Very over the top, I guess. Very theatrical, I want to say.
Yeah.
This album is just, it's Shinedown. It's kind of almost a back to the basics album. And you guys, your shows are kind of like that too. It's not as theatrical. Now, Carnival of Madness, I haven't seen a Carnival of Madness in 2 years, was the last time I saw you guys. And it was the big theatrical show. Is it going to be the same Shinedown show that I saw at the House of Blues not too long ago for Amarillo, or is it going to be the Carnival show?
It's totally different. It's a Carnival show.
I love the Carnival show. I love it.
That's why you can still see this guy liner on, because it's...
I didn't want to say anything, but...
Come on. How do you get it off? I used makeup.
Baby oil.
Baby oil. Okay, I need to get some baby oil. Yeah, because I paint my whole face up for the Carnival and everything else.
I'm not judging you. I think
myself.
You look good with guy liner on. I mean, Bret Michaels pulls it off. You can too.
No. He was doing it in the 80s. This is the first time I've ever put makeup on in my life.
Is it really? This is the first time?
Yeah.
This show, this tour. You've never worn makeup before?
No, never. The other guys always wore eyeliner. I never did. I said I never would, but for the show, I kind of have to.
A word of advice: don't share eyeliners.
Okay. Because
you can get like eye infections and stuff.
Ew.
Yeah. Get like pink eye or something like that.
Yeah, I don't need that.
So something that some people may not know about you: you collect voodoo dolls.
I do.
Can I ask you why?
It just became a fascination. New Orleans is my favorite city. I have family from that area. My grandmother was from around that area and stuff, and it's just always been one of the places I love. I went there on vacation when I was a kid with my parents, and just going into the voodoo shops and seeing that, it was just different and neat. So it kind of got with me early on, and now I just love collecting them.
How many do you have? Like a lot?
A lot. I have no idea how many. And it's cool. Sometimes fans will give them to me, and that's really nice of them, and they all have backstories, and every time I pass through New Orleans, I'll go to the shops and pick stuff up, and I just find it fascinating. I really do find it fascinating. I was in college, I got my degree in anthropology and study of human cultures, and I was really interested in world religions. That was kind of my thing. And so in studying voodoo and everything else, I just found it fascinating.
So going to college, I'm assuming, was pre-Shinedown.
Yes.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, I got lucky.
Right. Other than everyone has that dream of being something, whether it's a rock star or model or movie star, whatever. Yeah. But growing up, I mean, I wanted to be a dancer, and I can't dance at all. I have no idea why I wanted to be a dancer, but I used to put on shows when I was young in front of the camera. But college-wise, you went.
I wanted to be a forensic anthropologist. That's what I wanted to do.
Like that was like passionate, other than the music.
I loved anthropology.
So
I got my degree in anthropology.
Ever doing that?
No. I'll never go back. I'd have to start all over again because so much changes in the field. I'd have to start all over.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take the chemistry classes again.
So tell me about where you're at today from not the beginning, obviously, but I mean, you guys have been so successful, and it's almost surreal sitting here, in front of all these massive crowds of people and performing every night and thinking, we've did it. We've done it. Whether you think you guys are a bona fide rock star or not, I mean, you're selling your albums, you're selling out shows. I mean, you're kicking ass out there. Do you ever sit back and say, man, I want to be a forensic scientist at one point in time, and now I'm, in Shinedown?
Occasionally I pinch myself. A lot of times you don't realize it till you get off tour, and then you go, whoa, we just did that.
Yeah.
That's when you kind of sit back when you're at home and you're just on your couch and you're decompressing from touring so much, and then you go, wow, we're pretty lucky. And we're never complacent. We're always trying to top ourselves. We're like, okay, we did that. Now what's next? What are we going to do next time?
Is there a outstanding moment, like you maybe in your career leading up to where you're at now, that just stands out more than any, as far as like, I think we finally, like, I'm so content right now in my career, like, we've done it? Is there a defining moment where you're just like, maybe a moment when you walked out on stage, a huge show, or when you met maybe a rock star that you were touring with for the first time that you envied and looked up to? And
I think we're never content. We just can't rest on our laurels. So we're never ever content. We just are always trying to outdo ourselves. But as far as rock star moments, of those times when you go, wow, this is happening. Recently, we just did a Canadian run with Kiss.
Yes, I was going to ask you that. Yeah.
And they were sweethearts to us. Really treated us great, the whole band and crew. And the last show was in Newfoundland, and we were coming back in the States for a couple days off before we started this tour. And Kiss was coming to the States because they had some stuff to do, so they rode private jets every night because they're Kiss and they can do that.
You guys don't travel on private jets?
No, we do not.
Not yet.
Different time period. You made a lot more money in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
So Doc McGee, their manager, comes up to us and goes, hey, we got a little bit of extra space on the plane tonight. Gene's staying behind because his wife's from around that area and has some family there, whatever. if you want, you can just hop on our private jet and get into Boston. We're going to Boston. And we're like, okay. So I changed all my flights. Myself, Zach, Eric, and Brent was going different directions, so it just didn't work out for him. So we flew on a private jet with Paul Stanley, Eric Singer, and Tommy.
Awesome.
It was really surreal.
But they're probably pretty normal when they're just themselves and not performing, right?
Absolutely.
I love watching Gene's show.
Gene's great, and he is exactly like that. Paul is very soft-spoken, sweet man. Probably the nicest one of the bunch. Not that they all aren't nice, but he just has that caring way about him. And he's 66 years old.
Is he that old?
Yeah, and they look great. I mean, he's just ripped, and it was fun to see that show. I felt like a 12-year-old kid again watching that show every night and just seeing it. And I was never a huge Kiss fan growing up because I just kind of missed that. But to see it now, I realize why they are who they are.
I saw Kiss once, and this was years ago, and I didn't grow up listening to them either, so I was never a huge fan. But when I went and saw the show, I was just in awe. I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah, I'm a fan now just because of seeing that and the way they treated us with respect. They didn't have to treat us nice at all.
No,
they're Kiss.
No, and it makes you like them even more because there's artists out there that I'm like huge fan of the band, and then meet them and they're like douchebags, and I'm like, man, you just ruined it for me.
Yeah,
you just
I've
met a couple. I'm sure you've probably met more than me, but we won't name names. But there's a few of them out there. So you guys are still working on this album, Amaryllis. What are we getting ready to release? Adrenaline is your 5th single off of it.
Yeah.
Wow, that is quite a feat.
Not easy these days.
No, not at all. And I think every song could be released as a single on this album. I really do. I think you've got at least one more after Adrenaline.
Maybe. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. We're getting close to the end of this album cycle. We've been touring for a while, and I think this year we'll kind of wrap up. We might do something in the beginning of next year. I think we might do an acoustic tour at the end of this year, and then it's time to go make another record.
I think you should do an acoustic tour. Those are my favorite.
We love doing them. It's just a matter of, are we too tired or not?
Yeah. I can't even imagine touring as much as you guys do, and it's nonstop. It's not like you guys sleep all day and then hit the stage and then go back to your... I mean, you guys are doing media and, meeting the fans.
We're up at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. We work
working
till 2.
out. I mean, yeah. So
we
I
work
can't
till 2
even
o'clock in the
imagine
morning,
how exhausting. And you guys, for the most part... I know Brent is with a girlfriend. You're married.
Eric's married.
Eric's married. Yes.
Zach just got engaged.
So when you're on your off time, you got to take care of family stuff. It's never you never get to rest.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got a 2.5-year-old at home that I have to worry about.
That's always a fun age too.
Yeah,
do you ever
take
her on tour with you?
They're not on the bus, just because she's too young to
Right.
sleep on a bus, and we don't really have the space. But they're coming out. We have 2 days off in Memphis tomorrow, and then a show in Memphis, so I have them flying out for that to spend some family time together. So
that's nice. You got to have a strong woman by your side to be able to put up with your crazy schedule.
Yeah, she's a tough one.
I'm sure
we've been together since college, so we've been married for 11 years now.
Oh wow, congratulations! That is a feat as well.
Yeah, not many people can say that,
especially in the line of work that you are. So
yeah, she's awesome.
Well, good for
you.
Awesome. Good for you. So okay, we're gonna finish up Amaryllis. You said maybe an acoustic tour, and then you're gonna start working on another album, which excites me.
Next year, yeah.
Are you guys the band that always continuously writes?
We write a little bit here and there, but we write when we're off the road. Because you really don't get inspired out here when you're doing this daily, like I said, the Groundhog Day thing, so there's no inspiration. And a lot of times we'll sit back after tour, and that's when all the ideas, and you write about the experiences you had. Because all of our albums are very personal. Those are real stories, whether that's a story of a fan of ours or a family member of ours or ourselves, and most of it's pretty much about us.
Yeah.
You have to get those experiences. And so you sit back after an album cycle and you go, okay, what happened? And you talk about it then.
Does it ever get hard to put your personal life out there like that?
No, I think you have to these days. Gone are the days of the mystery of rock and roll.
Right.
So
I agree.
You have to put everything out there, the social media, and meet your fans and send pictures of them and me at home, let them know what our home life's like. You can't keep it a mystery anymore, so you might as well give as much as you can.
Yeah, with social media, you definitely can, and I think it helps personalize you with your fans. Even though they can't really touch you, they feel like they know you.
They do. They do. Can I touch your hair? Go ahead.
How long have you been growing your dreads?
11 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
a long time. Does it drive you insane?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they get wrapped around the stick as I'm playing, that's always fun.
Your stick flies out everywhere.
Yeah, and I'm just a beat, and the band looks back at me like, what are you doing?
How much do you think your head weighs with all that hair?
Does the average head weigh 9 pounds?
I don't know. That's a Jerry Maguire thing. Does anyone have a scale? We can weigh your
The average head weighs 9 pounds, so I'm looking at 11, 12, somewhere around there.
Well, I mean, as a female, I mean, it's a pain in the ass to have hair, so I can't imagine that. But you don't have to really do anything. You just twist it or something. I don't know. How do you take care of dreads? You have to dry shampoo it or something?
No, you wash them like as normal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you wash them as normal. Normal shampoo. You just don't condition them because you want them to knot up, and then you have to work on the roots, and it's a lot of work. I've probably cut 10 inches off over the years.
Oh, really?
Well, your hair never falls out, so I don't lose hair like you do when you comb. So this is very heavy.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Wow, it is heavy. Does your daughter play with it and braid it and do all kinds of crazy
No,
stuff?
she pushes it out of the way. She hates it.
Get it out of the way.
And mom has dreads as well, so yeah, she's always pushing out of the way. Yeah.
Are you guys ever going to cut them?
I'm not. No.
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 Okay. Do these have any meaning to you at all, or is it just something cool? You're like
skulls as well. It's kind of the voodoo thing.
Too.
So yeah, I just have them in my hair, and there's a artist in Baltimore that made these for me.
Oh, very cool, very cool. All right, well, we'll stop talking about your hair now, and
whatever.
I know you guys. Yeah, I know. I know you guys got to get ready for sound check and stuff.
And you got to go see We As Human.
I do. I'm sorry that you kept me waiting, and I got to cut this short.
Hey,
I'm not cutting this short. We can sit here all day if you want, but I really want to go see We As Human to see the rest of the show. We got a great lineup.
Great show.
Please keep in touch with us. Let us know about the acoustic tour if you guys do, and I hope you come back to Eastern North Carolina with it.
I think we will, and I'm pretty sure we'll do it. Be around the late November, December time frame.
Perfect. And, we're from the Jacksonville area, which is a military town.
Yes.
So that would be a great thing to do for the military. We can do an acoustic, salute to the troops kind of thing.
Yeah, well, we try our best.
I'm just scheduling
We've done a lot
you
with
in.
the USO. We've done a lot with the USO. We have a show for the Marines out in California at the end of this run.
Very cool. Well, hopefully we will get a chance to see you acoustic, and looking forward to the next album. We'll focus on Amarilla still.
Yeah,
still going strong. We still got a lot to go with that, but still always looking forward to the next album for you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you.
We'll do it next year.
Barry from Shinedown, or Carnival of Madness 2013.